Hello everyone. New year, new me, new haircut. It's the year 2021, so yeah. In this video, I'll be reacting to one of the early uploads from the YouTube channel, The Game Theorists. This video came out in 2013, I think, so it's like 8 years ago. Yeah. I'm a huge fan of their work, and I hope that you are a huge fan of their work. If you do like their videos, please consider going there and showing support to them. If you do like my videos, please consider to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And comment down below if you have anything to share with us. Thank you so much. Yeah, let's start. Pokemon!
So, I heard you like mudkips. Well, Charles Darwin, father of evolution, would have liked them too, if he was still alive.
I like the song. I like the intro.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory, where our motto is, quote, gotta catch 'em all, comma, and by that we mean watching all our episodes, end quote.
Gotta catch 'em all, comma.
For all its cute critters, Pokemon is one controversial series. Call it Nintendo's Grand Theft Auto, a game so filled with sex and violence that we've dedicated more episodes to the franchise
Wow, that's a lot. Wow.
than any other, just to explain away some of the uproar. Animal abuse, racism, hidden satanic messages. People really dig deep to find reasons to hate these adorable little cheeks. Creationists are one of those groups, and a year ago we debunked their claims that the Pokemon series was indoctrinating children into a cult of Darwin, teaching them, God forbid, the theory of evolution. But now, as I look at the series again with Pokemon X and Y coming soon, I have to admit
It came out.
I may have been wrong. Well, not wrong. That would be ridiculous. Just looking at things from too narrow a perspective. So get ready to transition from pan and scan to widescreen, baby, so we can really see the invisible hand of Darwin at work in the Pokemon universe. To do that, though, I need some help. So I called in some experts from the decks. Pokekells, Alborland, I choose you!
Yeah.
Glad to be here, Matt Pat.
My name's Alex, not Al.
Back away, Flannel Man. My show, my rules. If I want to use your predilection for flannel shirts as fodder for humorous banter and references to beloved 90s sitcoms, that's what's gonna happen. Don't like it, and you can get back into that ball.
Whatever you say, Tim. So we're talking Pokemon Evolution.
Yes, indeedy, but not the way the games use the word. Vanilla Cone changing into Double Scoop with Flake is far more akin to metamorphosis, as I found in my first video on the subject.
But you suspect that Darwin may have his grubby little science paws all up in Kanto's Safari Zone, if you know what I'm saying.
I don't, and I don't want to.
The bearded one.
I don't want to.
Over there is right. It's my theory that while individual Pokemon quote-unquote evolving may be metamorphosis, the Pokemon world and franchise as a whole may have evidence of Darwinian evolution.
What are we looking for?
Well, Darwin's theory starts by saying that all life stems from one common ancestor. Over time, small genetic mutations make changes to an organism which either help or hurt the creature's chance of surviving and reproducing. Take a peacock, for example. A few thousand years ago, not every male peacock had the colorful plumage they do now. However, when seeking a mate, females tended to prefer males with large, bright tails.
So you're saying they liked big butts?
And could not lie?
You other brothers can't deny when a girl walks in with a little bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you get.
Spring forward a few thousand years, and because female
Come on. Pepe, come on.
Males kept choosing the brightest males as partners, the ones without the impressive tails were less likely to mate. As a result, their numbers diminished from one generation to the next, making them rare today. They were selected out, hence the term natural selection.
So that's the science, but how does it apply to Pokemon?
Well, the first component of the theory is that all organisms share a common ancestor.
Mew!
Who?
Mew!
You too?
Mew!
Mew!
Are you meowing at me?
So you said that common ancestors...
I'm sorry. I'm gonna use a comparison. I'm gonna use a comparison.
So you said that common ancestors can be traced through shared DNA, right? Well, there's a Pokemon who shares DNA with every Pokemon in existence. Mew!
In fact, Mew's trophies in Super Smash Bros. and Pokedex entries in Silver and Crystal explicitly state that scholars think Mew may be the ancestor to all existing Pokemon, which would make sense considering Mew is able to learn practically every type of move in the game.
Well, that's a great start, but we need to take it a step further. If Darwinian evolution truly exists in Pokemon, and all Pokemon evolved from Mew as their common ancestor, that would mean that all different species of Pokemon came into being as a result of descent with modification, natural selection. In other words, the Pokemon we have today are the result of Mew's offspring adapting to their surroundings in order to best survive.
Like Darwin's finches, but Darwin's Pidgeys.
Ha, exactly.
Darwin's what now?
Well, the story goes that Darwin started to think up natural selection on a trip to the Galapagos Islands.
Wow.
The islands are kind of like Alcatraz for the animals that live there. No easy way in, no easy way out.
No easy way in, no easy way out. They have to survive within the boundaries. Okay, I understand. So far, okay, so far, understand. Continue.
He noticed that there were lots of different species of finches, all with differently shaped beaks depending on what part of the island they were located in.
Some parts of the island had more seeds and nuts, others had more bugs, etc. Natural selection favored the beaks that were best suited to their location's respective food source. A wider beak for cracking nuts, a thinner, longer beak for picking bugs out of trees. You see what I'm saying?
Which means that if we were able to find examples of Pokemon with features that better enabled them to live in their respective region, we got ourselves a good case of Darwinian evolution, right?
Exactly. So any examples come to mind?
Well, how about Pidgey? Next to Pikachu, Pidgey is one of the most easily recognizable Pokemon. But have you ever stopped to consider its design? Generation 1 was set in Kanto, which is mostly plains and grassland. As a result, Pidgeys are forced to dig and pick at the ground for their food. Knowing that, look at Pidgey. Notice the large feet, the long nails, and the stout beak? Perfect for a bird playing around in the dirt. And with so many few trees to hide in, a Pidgey's main defense is kicking up dirt. And even the Pokedex says so, making Pidgey's oversized feet a valuable survival asset.
Which apparently you can use sand attack on the in the middle of the ocean. Okay, it doesn't make sense.
How about Tailo from Generation 3? Its Pokedex entry says that it flies over 180 miles per day when it migrates during the cold season to search for warm climates. That's a huge distance, and looking at its habitat, you can see why. Tailo is found in Hoenn, which features much more water than any other Pokemon setting. Much of Hoenn consists of small islands, meaning that a migrating Tailo isn't going to have much of a chance to take a break from flying if it gets tired. And look at its design. Tailo has an enormous wingspan compared to other flying Pokemon. This is especially true when compared to its body size, which is very small. The small body keeps Tailo light, while the large wings increase its ability to glide and catch more lift with each flap of its wings. In short, a Pokemon perfectly suited for the long distances it must fly because it lives in an island environment.
And perfectly for you to stand on top of and fly across the entire island.
Those are two awesome pieces of evidence. Or how about this? Pidove from Black and White. Because Unova is a much more urban environment and Pidove's primary habitats are around Sestelia City and the Burbank complex, it makes sense that this species and its evolved forms are mostly gray and black. It's also loud, helping it survive in a noisy urban setting. Most interesting, though, is its low intelligence. This would seem to decrease Pidove's chance of survival, right? But look at this. The heart marking on its chest makes it cute, and its relative stupidity makes it even cuter. In such a big city, there are plenty of humans with food around, and surprisingly, Pidove is optimized to get people to want to sit down and feed it, because it's both adorable and helpless. In fact, Pidove looks like it may have co-evolved with humans, where traits in one species result in evolution in another, and vice versa. In this case, preying on our love of cute animals. Pidove...
Aww, I'm gonna go back and take a look. Aw, so cute. Yeah. Meow.
Animals. Pidove may be dumb, but evolution certainly isn't.
Speaking of coevolution, let's not overlook Heatmore and Durant. Durant, an armor-clad ant, and Heatmore, the only Pokemon able to eat it by using its tongue of fire to melt through its prey's thick armor plating. Coevolution at its finest.
And as one last note, look at the evolved forms of all of our birds. All three look similar enough to have a shared common ancestry, yet distinct enough to be well adapted for their respective regions.
But that's just a handful of birds. Look at the less animal, more urban Pokemon like Grimer. I always assumed strange types like trash and pollution Pokemon sought out places like sewers because they were more comfortable. But it makes so much more sense under this theory because it's the environment producing these creatures and not the other way around. Why else would you have a pile of sludge evolve in the wild?
Or Magnemite, which tend to be found primarily around power plants. These man-made structures don't have much in the way of food,
Magnemite, just Magnex together.
so it evolved into a form better able to take advantage of the energy source available, electricity.
Not to be an Electabuzz but in the card game, depictions of Magnemite appear in the ruins of Alph, 1500 years prior to the start of Generation 1 as we know it, and long before humans would have built factories or other power plants.
Non-game sources are always a bit sketchy. I mean, if I listened to them, Sonic would still be faster than the speed of light, and we know that that's not true.
Trolling.
So it seems like my initial analysis was misguided.
It's not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent that survives. It's the one that is most adaptable to change. Quote from Charles Darwin.
Evolution does exist in the Pokemon universe. Gotta hand it to old Charlie Darwin over there. A truly great researcher who was theorizing about video games before they were even created. Darwin, for your contribution to the field of overanalyzing video games, I am honored to posthumously award you the title of Loyal Theorist of the First Degree.
First degree, that means all four sides is full.
I promised myself I wouldn't cry.
Wait, so a video game series is honoring one of history's greatest scientists with the honor of being a fan of the show?
He would have been a great theorist.
He was a great theorist.
You know, if Darwin had a web series, I bet it would have looked something like Game Theory. Well, this one's for you, Chuck.
Evolution, despite all the evidence, still just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, I just wanted to thank you for taking time out of your days to join us over here on Game Theory. I started to lose touch after Gold and Silver. Too many Pokemon started to make my OCD act up.
Well, it was great to be here, even though you did make fun of the way I dress.
Hey, you know what else was great? When you came over and appeared on the decks.
Hey, we did get a little crazy over there. Shall I send the audience on over?
Almost. You gotta do the end card tournament first.
Right. Well, last episode was the Draw My Life video, which if you haven't watched yet, you should. I made it
I watched.
specifically to thank you guys for 500,000 subscribers, and it was super meaningful to me.
I definitely didn't cry, I just happened to be cutting onions while I was watching it.
That means the last end card was choosing which future you wanted.
While I was watching it.
The face like,
That means the last end card was choosing which future you wanted to live in. The winner, and rightfully so, was Mass Effect.
Hello, the Reapers?
What can I say? People wanted to do it with curvaceous blue aliens.
This week, let's take it back to its roots. Charmander, Squirtle, or Bulbasaur?
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
That's a band.
I know. Click on one to choose.
Earth, Wind, and not Fire. Oh, sorry. It's not Earth, Wind, and Fire. Sorry, it's Fire, Water, and not Wind and Water, and not Wind, not Earth. Yeah.
And just so you know, it'll take you over to their channel where you can watch our collab, since you were going to do that anyway, right? Right. Anyway, let's head on over and continue our unique blend of education and witty banter. You coming, Flannel Man?
Coming.
I'm the new game theory.
I am Game Theory!
I am inevitable, and I am Iron Man.
The new game theory.
if it was back in 2019 or 2000, if it was back in 2019, it would be like, I am inevitable. something like that. But hey, they're just a theory, a game theory. Thanks for watching.